not lose his serve this week, only faced one break point. Peter, why don't you start us off?
You know, it's been, I think, about almost 2 years now since you've lifted a championship trophy like this. You know, how does it feel to finally sort of get that off your back?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't lift one last year. Had some chances though, for sure, and I played good tennis last year. Last year was my best year, and I didn't get a trophy. So, you know, it's this week definitely felt great. It's a nice way to start the year, especially because I have 250 points coming off from Delray from 2 years ago. So, keeps my ranking in the same spot. And yeah, it's always nice to lift a trophy. It's always a great feeling. It doesn't happen so often, at least for me, and so I really am going to enjoy it.
Compared to 2 years ago, when you won your title, your other title, how you feel like? Do you feel like, in which way you feel a different player? You feel a better player? In what you think you improved the most?
I think I just own what I was already doing back then a little more. I think everything's similar. I think physically, like one thing that you don't see in these 2 out of 3 sets is how much I've improved physically. I mean, I wasn't even one bit tired in any of these matches. Wasn't one bit sore in waking up once, and I could have played 3 more sets out there if need be. And I think that is great because it allows me to really bring my intensity and chase down every ball when I'm out there and not even worry, not even stress about my body. So I think that is the biggest improvement in my game.
Talk about the great serving all week.
Yeah.
Facing one break point, and
yeah,
it's just pretty amazing.
It was great serving, and it's
consistent.
Yeah, I mean,
at a high level.
It's one thing to serve well and just, you know, have a nice motion and hit your spots and you know, be accurate, but guys guess, you know, so you have to be a pitcher, you have to be thinking a lot, you have to know, if they guess right, you're in trouble, so you have to know, you have to think, where might he be leaning? What patterns have I given him? How do I go against the grain here? What's the, and there's more to it than just having a good serve, because Brooksby's a hell of a returner, and Isner was leaning and guessing every serve I hit yesterday. So obviously I don't think it was a coincidence that he guessed wrong most of the time.
And you know, now, I mean, you already played pretty good also in the Slam,
Yep.
best of 5. And I want to ask you, which is like the biggest challenge that you find between play, you know, best of 3 in this condition very fast, compared to play best of 5?
Well, if you look at the guys I've lost to in the slams, you know, it's been top of the line guys. I mean, Medvedev, Shapovalov, you know, Lloyd Harris was on fire when I played him. So, more so level. Playing, I mean, no one's beating Medvedev right now besides Rafa and Novak, and even then he just drummed Novak. So, I just think I want to just keep improving on what I've improved. I want to serve better. I want to get even stronger. I want to be even faster. I'm not going to look to improve I'm not going to stress my weaknesses right now. Obviously, I want them to improve, but I want to, you know, in 2-3 years time from now, I want to be able to say that I've gotten better at what I was doing well this exact week, you know.
You said Jensen was your least favorite player to play against. You know?
Yeah, he's one of them. His style of play.
Is that still the case?
I mean, just his style of play is going to be, yeah, him, a Medvedev, a Murray, a guy that's crafty, that returns really well, that just makes you uncomfortable and is awkward. I mean, it's always going to be my toughest matchup.
Is there any moment in the match where, you know, you felt like he was sort of teetering, where he was really being crafty and you sort of fought through that to get...
I think in the beginning a little bit, because I wasn't serving great. I didn't come out serving great, and then I really... I started picking my spots better and choosing when to hit what serve and what to show him and what to hide from him and save in the bank till later maybe. So I think, I think he was more. I just had to remind myself. I think he was more comfortable than me. He breaks serve a lot. He had one break point off a sloppy game of mine. Besides that, he didn't have a look. And even when he did, he had a love 30. I erased it quick. So I had to put myself in his shoes a lot. He was more uncomfortable than me.
Was there any sort of game or point in particular that you were really sort of highlighted sort of your whole performance the entire week, sort of encapsulated the success you had?
I thought I just played a physical match. I mean, he had to have been tired. And, you know, I ran him. I was physical. I definitely, we had some long points. I moved him all over. I used my slice. I pulled out a lot of different shots today. It wasn't just serve and forehand. I hit some great backhands. I hit some great drop shots, backhand slice, passing shots. I pulled out everything, and I really, you know, I made him have to beat me as well.
We talked a little bit earlier in the week about, you know, your trips out to the museums, obviously winning
Yep.
the tournament. You've had quite a week in Dallas. What's sort of your full overview of what's been a fun week?
Yeah,
off the
I
court?
would say this place like a utopia. It's beautiful. The museums, the food, and everything. It's so nice. It's really I had such a great experience, regardless of outside of the tennis, outside of the result. Obviously, I'm gonna love it. You know, you love any tournament you win in any city. It can be in Joplin, Missouri, and if that's where I won a title, I'm gonna love that place. But yeah, Dallas is great. You know, I'm really eager to be back here next year. Now I know my spots too. Monarch, Bistro 31, Isner set me up at yesterday. They covered the bill,
Oh,
thanks to
nice.
Johnny Isner. So yeah, I love it here.
Have you been to Joplin?
Nope, actually I haven't. It just sounds miserable.
It's not that great.
No, like Decatur, Illinois.
That is rough.
Yeah,
Downstate Illinois is rough.
yeah.
all right, everybody good?
I just have one question.
Yep.
What's with the pink bag you've been carrying everywhere?
Oh, it's an art gallery, Tim Van Laar Gallery. It's my favorite gallery. He's some of my favorite artists.
Okay,
Adrian
cool.
Denny and Renus and Ben Sledson. Yeah. So Tim's a good friend of mine.
Cool. I just noticed it.